Good news for those working in North Okanagan Shuswap region like Vernon, Salmon Arm, Coldstream, and there are many cities as well. RCIP has launched its food guidelines for this program. We're getting a lot of questions from clients asking questions that how they may apply for this program, what is the criteria, and what's the process, and how long it will take. The whole guideline is quite complicated, and for myself, it took around a whole day to understand what the program is. The most important part of the whole program is employer designation. So you need to have an employer, and employer need to be designated to qualify for this program. For an employer to be designated, they have to go through 2 training programs. Number 1, IRCC, mandatory training program. So this is an online training program where an employer need to go read an interactive PDF manual, and at the end of the whole manual they have to go through a quiz and have to score 75% in order to get the certificate. Number 2 is complete intercultural competency training program. Again, this is an online training module where your employer need to create an account and then pass 2 modules. They cannot jump to the second module without passing the first module. So you need to pass both modules. And once you are done with these 2 trainings, then you have to start the actual process of being designated. Once you have both certificates, then you have to write down an email to an RCIP asking for the designation process. You have to ask them for a document. They will send you a document. You have to fill that form. You have to provide the information and documents as well, and it may take 2 weeks to get designated. So the question is, when an employer may start the process of designation? Anytime. You can start the process right now, because at first you need to have 2 certificates. So once you have these 2 certificates, then you have to email, and the official designation will start from May 1st. Once you are designated, then you will have your own portal, and you can recommend your employee to whomever you wanted to help for getting the PR through this program. You can access your own portal and you can submit the application. Who are those employers who may qualify for this program? So number 1 requirement is they must be in the business since last 2 years. Number 2, they must be agreeing to offer at least $22 per hour. The wages may be higher as well based on the position, but the minimum salary required for this program is $22 per hour. You must be able to give a full-time job, means minimum 30 hours per week to temporary farm worker. And there are other requirements as well, but those are not too much complicated. The most complicated part is being designated, must be in the business for last 2 years, and must be able to offer $22 per hour. Who qualifies for this program? Technically speaking, all qualifies, but here's a twist. There are 5 major industries like health, construction, sales and services, manufacturing and utilities. These are priority sectors, means if you're doing business in these sectors, you will be prioritized. The question is, who as an employee qualifies for this program? Technically, legally, all qualifies for this program, but here's a twist. There are 25 occupations, or we can say 25 NOC codes. Those has given a preference. So if you're working in these 25 occupations, you will be prioritized. But, if you're working in gasoline station, like, gas station, any restaurant or fast food chains, these are restricted subsectors. Means one employer may recommend only 2 recommendations in a year, and there is a cap for these sectors, 40 recommendations per year. So if you are working in these sectors, you must start the designation process as soon as you can. So when the RCIP will start taking the application, so there are 5, schedules for this program for this year 2025. The first will start on May 12, then July, August, October, and November. So you have 5 opportunities to apply under this program this year, though this program will remain open for next 4 years. As a candidate, what's your requirement? Requirement is very simple. The minimum education is grade 12. Second one is English test results, which is minimum like CLB 5. The most important hard part is you need to have a designated employer and a job offer from them. And you must score 50 points under CRS point ranking system. So if you are a candidate and wanted to become PR through this program, what you need an employer. An employer need to be designated. So you should talk to your employer and start the process of being designated. This is the first step towards this VR application process. Again, the thing is, the program is very simple, but because of the whole program being categorized into prioritized sectors and restricted sectors. So if you're working in restricted sectors like gas stations, fast food chains, then you should start the process as soon as possible. And if you are under priority sector, then there are very fair chances. The most important thing is they have published the list of communities participating under this North Okanagan Shuswap region. There are many famous cities like, Vernon, Coldstream, Armstrong, but there are smaller communities. People don't know whether their city or community falls under this program. This is very interesting. I got a call from my client working in Chase, and she asked me whether she qualifies for this program. I said, yes, you qualify, but we need to confirm at first that whether Chase community falls under this program. So again, the process for making this crystal clear is to connect with RCIP, and then they will tell you. For any questions, any queries, we are here to help you. This program is very, very competitive. If you wanted to get PR under this program, then connect with us for a free consultation.